Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chiles, and welcome to our video series called Peppers 101. In this video series, the purpose is that we hope to encourage you and inspire you with new knowledge about chilies that will encourage you and inspire you to grow different kinds of chilies, try different kinds of chilies, eat different kinds of chilies, and share those different kinds of chilies with your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers, and neighbors. Everybody. Share chili love with everybody. Because that's why we grow a lot of heirlooms and milder varieties as well. Because we realize that you can't share the super hots with a lot of people. A lot of people don't have that tolerance. But you can share the flavorful ones that don't blow your head off, right? So I think we can both agree on that. We can all agree on that. We're on Lindale, Georgia, by the way. We're not in California anymore. And this is our video series called Peppers 101, which I just said. And we hope to have over 120 videos up this year. You may miss some, so go back and scroll through and watch all of them, because you'll probably learn something about a chili you already know about, and then you'll learn about some chilies that you never heard of. And so we just want to expand your knowledge on chilies, and then you share that with people. This is the legacy we want to leave. We're not in this business just because we want to make some money from it, although that does help us with our costs of growing and doing everything we do. But we want the chili love to be spread all over the world long after we're gone. And that's something we want to do. With that being said, here is our public service announcement. And you may not like it because you might have heard it a bunch of times already in other videos. But here we go. Get your children into the garden. Get them out in the fresh air. Put down that phone, that tablet, turn off the TV, and spend time with them in the garden. Especially if they're little. Show them the miracle of a little tiny seed, whether you started indoors or outdoors, turning into food to eat. Go through the whole process with them. Let them help you get rid of the bad bugs, water, feed, and the harvest. You know, if it's a little child, get them a little harvest basket. Get them something cute. You can call it their harvest basket. This is just an idea, a suggestion. And so when you gather the vegetables, whether they're peas or corn or cucumbers or chilies, they can help you gather them. Make it an experience that they will remember long after you're gone, and they will pass on to their children and grandchildren. So get your children involved in the garden, and don't stop there. Take them into the kitchen afterwards and let them help you prepare the food and make the meal, and then serve the meal, because serving is love. Serving others is love. Not just your family, but maybe an elderly neighbor down the street, or somebody who's disabled, or somebody who just lost a loved one. Let them be part of the whole process, from seed to harvest to preparation to cooking to serving. My goodness, you are missing out on an opportunity if you don't take advantage of what I'm saying. You can shape a child's life, their character, their self-confidence, and their knowledge of useful skills, which is growing and cooking. I know I'm saying this on a lot of my videos, and you might be getting tired of hearing it, but I'm not tired of saying it. And I'm going to keep saying it until some of you come back and tell me, I've done this with my child, and I will be full of such joy. I would rather hear a story about your children helping you grow things and cook things, and you tell me, share that with me. I would rather that than you buy a couple $100 worth of seeds. Because the joy of knowing that you have impacted your child through gardening and cooking is far greater than any dollar amount. Can't put a value on it. Can't put a price tag on it. So get your children involved in the garden. There's no excuse. Everybody has time. I know lots of families that have lots of children. Both the husband and wife work, and they have a huge garden. So it can be done. You're just going to have to give up some TV shows, or maybe a little bit of sports, or maybe that little nap you take after work. You're just going to have to give up some time. But it will be well worth it for your child and the future generations to come after your child. So, with that being said, what chili are we looking at right now? We're looking at the Brazilian Starfish. Now, sometimes they start to grow pointing up. You can see one right here. It's grow pointing up. But as they ripen and get a little bit more water weight and sugar weight into them, they will flop down. And it's got a little star shape. That's why they call it the Brazilian Starfish. It is extremely mild, has very, very little heat, and you would call it detectable heat. And now, based on growing conditions, maybe you live by the equator, and with all that hot jungle heat, maybe they do get spicier. I don't know. But every time I've grown them, they've been very, very, very mild. There is a yellow type, and there is also an orange type. Well, let me tell you first about the original red. It has a fruity flavor notes. I wouldn't say it's sugary, super sweet. It has fruity flavor notes. It's very tasty. They're great for pickling, making into a mild sauce, seasoning and cooking, or just chopped up and put in your salad. Now, there is a yellow type and an orange type. The yellow type is about the same size as these, but far more productive. The yellow puts out lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of peppers. So the yellow has kind of like citrus notes, but it's still sweet and mild and almost no heat. Now there's an orange type. The orange type has fruity citrus notes. A little bit sweeter than the red, I think. That's just my opinion. Your opinion's going to be different because you're a different person than me. You have a different flavor sensations in your mouth. You were created differently than me. Everybody's different. One person will say something tastes really sweet. Another person will say it's hardly sweet at all. Everybody's different. So don't rush to YouTube all the time. And when someone says, this is the hottest in the world, or this is the sweetest in the world, go by your experience, or the experience of multiple people, because everybody is different. So now the orange is less productive than the red or the yellow, but the chilies are larger. Now they're not really huge larger, but they're larger, okay? What else can I tell you about the Brazilian starfish? They're an ahi type, and they grow viney. Viney means they grow all over the place. You see how they're all over the place over here? They're viney. So they're going to go all over the place. So you just try to tie them up as best you can. Me, I've got this net surrounding them. You see how the net is kind of like holding this big bunch of branches together? It's about all I can do. They're very hard to tie up and keep and kind of stabilize. Thankfully, they don't produce huge chilies that pull the branches down like this variety that I filmed earlier, the Criollo di Cocina. Because when you have big chilies and you don't stabilize the plant with a trellis, a tomato cage, or a stakes, the heavy chilies are going to pull the branches down and they'll snap off. And then you won't get ripe chilies because they'll break before they get a chance to ripen out. And usually when a chili ripens out, it has more flavor, which is definitely the case with these. You wouldn't want to eat these green. They don't have much flavor when they're green. They're kind of grassy tasting. So you want to wait till they're red, okay? Or yellow if you grow the yellow ones, or orange if you grow the orange ones. We have all three varieties on our site at superhotchilies.com, just to let you know. So they're pretty darn productive. You can see there's a whole bunch in here. Red ones are all over the place. All over the place. But there's also a ton of green ones in here too. See all the green ones? So there's a lot of green ones in here. Again, when you have plants that are viney and very bushy like this, it's hard to see all the green ones because the leaves are green too, and so it kind of camouflages them. Okay? Now, the Brazilian starfish plants will get over 5 feet tall, 5 to 6 feet tall, as most capsicum baccatums and ahi types will. As you can see here, they're pushing up in the top of the net. So they're going to go all over the place, folks. They're going to go all over the place. Just understand they're going to go all over the place, all right? So this is the Brazilian starfish, and it is from Brazil. That's why it has the name Brazilian starfish. We don't know what region of Brazil. Brazil is a really huge country where a lot of ahi types are. But that's where it's from. And again, the yellow is the most productive, but they're smaller. A little bit smaller than the reds, close to the same size, but a little bit smaller. And the orange are the least productive as far as amount of chilies, but they're bigger chilies. My favorite is the red and the orange. The yellow are pretty good, but I like the yellow. I like the red and the orange. And the red, I would just say the red, yeah, because I've been eating the red a lot longer. We've been growing these. It's 2023 right now, and we've been growing these probably about 8 years. Another thing, please share this channel with people. Share the chili love with people, the knowledge with people, and with your friends, your family, your coworkers. And also subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when more chili videos come up. Because we're going to have, this is 2023. Right now it's October, mid-October 2023 that we're filming this. We are going to have over 120 chili videos, informational chili videos. Nobody in the world has that online. Nobody has that. And next year, we'll film more again, God willing. So, lots of information for you to take in. And I'm not saying every night watch a chili video. We're releasing them every other day. But watch the videos, learn more about chilies, and be inspired to grow different ones and cook different ones. And also, have your children help you. Get them involved. So this is the Brazilian Starfish. And this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies, coming to you from Lindale, Georgia. Take care.